Hey guys, happy Thursday, May 28th, 2026. We have some high impact news coming out at 8:30 this morning. Don't mind that it says 7:30 on my VPN, so at 8:30 this morning we will see what the market wants to do. We'll come back out to the daily. Wanted to cover something here before we do that. What is going on here? So I just thought this was really fascinating, not this, but I was watching ICT's newest video yesterday, and he highlighted this busy from early Wednesday morning. So this is the busy during the London session. We can see that price balanced this out. We had a closure above. You see it being used bullishly here. So this is a valid busy we can use. And if we extend this through time, during yesterday's 9:30 opening, as highlighted in his video, we see price cut through it, and then it's unable to even come back up to the low of it. But what's really fascinating is that same busy, we can see at yesterday's Asia opening. So it opened here, we traded. Look at that, guys. I mean, absolutely incredible. So I wasn't at my computer. I've taken a break. Taken a break from trading the Asia session for personal reasons. I just like to give myself a break from the charts during this time. But wow. I mean, and then from there, we had a really nice sell-off. If you would have held, I mean, that's a monster trade. So pretty cool. So while we're down here and we're waiting for 8:30 opening, let's go ahead and just collect some more information here that we could use today. So this is the midnight opening price. Take a look at that. And also, I should point out the sell side pools we're looking at. A little off, but we should have been down here. This and here. Looks like we went right to event horizon. Let's take a look at that. Overshot a little bit. That's okay. I'm gonna take this sell side off. A moment. Whoops. You know what? That's all right. We will put that back on when we come back out to our higher time frames. So. While we're on the 1 minute, we can also take more of a look at things. So we do have some relative equal lows here. notice these are not relative equal highs. This, of course, is where we're at. My eye is going to this right here, and we're overshooting it. I think this calls for some lower prices. But let's take a look at some higher time frame activity. Alright, so let's actually come out to the weekly. They're just the 1 minute fair value gaps from ICT's video. I'd like to leave those on the chart for now, so don't mind those. So, see, we have our new week opening gap right here. That's what's being highlighted. So I have this down here. But there's no way that's going to be traded to today unless a nuclear bomb drops. Right, because that would be like 2,000 points or something. Yeah, so take some time for us to get back down there. Let's go ahead and just practice everything. So one of the things ICT does is he likes to toggle. So we're toggling. A little bit of a difference right here, but not much. Okay, so this is all we have to pull right now from the weekly, although we could note this. It's obviously a previous week high. Interesting, this sell side also kind of lines up with this high right here, so maybe we'll move this up a little bit and we can note this as a pre-week high and a sell side. So that could be a nice little potential area of interest if we do start working lower. Three-day, not seeing much else. 2-day. A little bit more of a gap. That's fine. And we have the daily. Go ahead and label this as our new week opening gap. Okay, Friday, Tuesday, because Monday was Memorial Day. We also have, so between these two candles is also going to be our daily fair value gap. So to make this a little bit more clean, let's do it like this. We'll grab here. So daily fair value gap high. Interesting. Okay, so that's our low. Like these colors to line up, so I'm actually going to make all this white as well. is becoming a bit more interesting. Was the midnight price right at constant encouragement? That'd be not surprising, but look kind of crazy. That is rather interesting. Let's take this level off here. Wow. Okay. That is kind of wild. So we have daily FFGCE/midnight. Okay. That's crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I'm sure it's happened before and probably just haven't realized it. Alright, we're just gonna slowly work our way down more, and then we'll take a look at the currencies. Just give me 1 sec here. Let's get some liquids in me. Boy, I'll tell ya. You know trading's gonna be tough. You know the numbers. But you believe you can do it. And then you're like, oh wow, this is pretty tough. It's one thing to trade really well a couple days in a row or do it for a week or two, but it is definitely an endeavor to be a consistently profitable trader. But that is the goal, and that's why I'm doing exercises like this. Anywho, looking at the 16-hour here. We've wicked into our daily for value gap. Price went a little bit below midnight, and we are seeing a bullish reaction away from the midnight price. Our daily value gap constant encroachment. Working up here. Have this 16-hour busy as well. So interesting to see price have this nice bullish reaction off this busy. I don't yet have a bias for the opening, but as we work down lower time frames, we'll look at the currencies. Hopefully that will make itself a little bit more apparent. Let's hide everything for a sec. Alright, so on the 12-hour, my eye is going to this down close candle. So for price to remain bullish to the upside, this should act as support. And we can see price is already starting to work inside here. So this candle's not going to close for a little while, but it's interesting that we're already working in it. Where is mean threshold of this order block? So we've yet to come down below mean threshold of this order block here. So we could potentially still remain bullish. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. We also have this wick right here. Let's see where we are on that wick. Came down a little bit below constant encroachment, but now we're seeing the reaction up, so wondering if this is just kind of a fake out and we want to kind of push up this morning. Let's skip down to the 4 hour. So if we start working below this order block, or potentially bearish order block, this could act as resistance, right? But right now we're working inside it, so just taking a look at the 4 hour here, seeing if what we can use that we don't already have. I know I was looking at something interesting last night off the 4 hour. I can't remember what the heck I was looking at. Oh, that's what I was looking at. All right, I'm gonna take this off for now. Always forget to come back over here. I guess we can save it. It's a little better. Yeah, so last night I was looking at this. So this should have acted as support. See price slice through it. So we inverse this order block, becomes a bearish breaker. We see price come back up. Doesn't quite open and close at constant encroachment. We overshoot it just a little bit. But you can see it leaving this upper portion open. And then at 1800 we have that drop. So on the 4 hour, I'm also noticing this is pretty balanced in here, right? We've come up, we've gone down, then we have this drop here. So this has done a lot of work back and forth, so pretty balanced. And then we have our higher time frame imbalances down here. We have relative equal lows, right? Here to here. So we have relative equal lows at our daily fair value gap low. We have pretty balanced price action on the higher time frame. Even looking here, pretty balanced, so it does make more sense for price to want to gravitate lower today, but we will take a look at the currencies and see what information we can gather from that. Also looking at this, we have a bearish order block. So we can see price utilizing the opening of this candle. Not really feeling the red though today. Let's go purple. Okay. And then let's go purple, and then let's get precise. Let's get some precision. So the opening of this candle is 29.92. I'm sorry, 972.50. 972.50. I'm going for precision. Fuck it. Fuck it. Language. Alright, beautiful. She's a beaut. She's a beaut. So, look at that. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Just gonna look at this, but I'm gonna take it off, right? We have this little gap here. We have this nice gap, but that's within our daily fair value gap, so don't necessarily need both of them on the chart. So when the next 4-hour candle opens at 10, so it's the time. We still have some time to the news. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. Leave that. Let's keep going down. Looking at the 3-hour. This was that breaker we were looking at the 4-hour. So I like how it has 2 candles there. Also have this city. Wow, okay, that's a little bit more clean on the 3-hour, right? So we actually have our breaker, and our FFG. It's the setup that I love to take. Maybe I should trade Asia again. We'll see. We'll see. This can be a tricky time because the Dixie's offline and shenanigans can ensue, but some growing experience, I'm noticing that Asia's session it's not bad, but I think it's better a little bit later in the week, like a Wednesday, and maybe tonight, you know, Monday, Tuesday, yeah. But this is pretty cool to see. I mean, this literally wicked up right to cost encroachment there, along with what we saw in the 1 minute. So okay, excuse me. I like this. Let's keep this on just in case price does want to go higher, so we can label this as our 3-hour Sibby. Keeping it orange because actually I like to think of everything as potentially getting inverted, right? Because everything has that potential, and so don't want to limit myself. Actually, no, we'll put it over here so keep the chart a little clean. Alrighty. This was our current new week opening gap, I believe, right? Yeah. Let's give this a little different color. So that is what we are working with. Alright, so notice the close of this 2-hour candle is lining up with our 4-hour order block open. We also have this 2-hour bearish order blocks opening is lining up right with our 4-hour order block. And we can just for clarification, this is the opening price. Almost perfectly lines up there. Drop. A little bit of a reaction off our daily fair value gap. So I'm looking at these 3 up-close candles. I could see price going lower today. And then these 3 up-close candles would become a bearish order block. Pretty balanced up here, right? We have delivery we have buy side delivery, then we have sell side delivery, coupled with not relative equal highs. So lower probability that we come up here and take this out today. This is also not relative equal. So again, lower probability doesn't mean it can't. Just as we are progressing through everything, we're noticing things are leaning towards bearishness. Alright, and right away I'm noticing, this is interesting, we have a close, then an open, right at our daily fair value gap high. We do have relative equal lows here. So this is not relative equal, but it's kind of also sticking out like a sore thumb. We also have this SIBI right here. So price, you can see, came up. This is, excuse me. This is institutional order flow entry drill, just a partial wick into our fair value gap, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, the good old SIBI, price drop. So and we also have this here, right? Inside the daily fair value gap, we have our busy. So we're kind of bouncing between some PD arrays right here. Oh, excuse me. We'll take a look at the currencies momentarily. I'm seeing the euro reaching higher on the 1 hour and the dollar coming down. Let's go to the 30-minute. Look at that. Wow, look how balanced this looks on the 30-minute. Crazy. It's a little smooth here. So obviously we have our sell side targets, right? We got the new week opening gap. But if price did want to go higher, where would it want to reach to? We do have a buy side here, have a little bit of imbalance here. Have these smooth highs right here. We also have this untapped area. Right, what I'm just noticing is that this 30-minute busy has a quadrant, the quadrant being the daily fair value gap high. this would qualify this as a good fair value gap to use, and we can see it is having a bullish reaction. So this would be a nice little scalp, right? What would that have been? Not bad. I'm gonna take this off for now. And I'm noticing on the 30-minute, so we've swept this sell side from London. And of course, as we just outlined, having this reaction, which is also right at the top of the daily fair value gap, so you can see the bodies open close here. So this is acting as real resistance at the moment. Let's head down to the, well, let's take actually a look over here as well. I feel like I was a little too glued in here. Looks a little like it needs to come. Oops. Hee hee, why won't this let me move that? Off. Just redo this real quick. What is the close here? It is 5:20.75. What did we say? Did we say 5:20.75? Yeah, right? Oh, okay. So I had this drawn wrong. Oh, good thing we're doing this. I want the opening to be at 6:76.25. 6:76.25. Okay. Precision. We can either label this as 5:24. All right. Now we're cooking. Okay, this is weird looking, right? This is very suspect. When I see stuff like this, I really think we could come and take this out. Let's look at the 15-minute. Still some time to opening. Still need to look at the currencies. Good grief. And we need to look at ES. Just looking at this, so this should have been a bearish shorter block, right? Or I'm sorry, bearish breaker. Have our high, low, higher high. We got a closure above it, but we've since come back and disrespected this. So this would be a reclaimed bullish order block. So you can see price now is failing to get back below mean threshold, so it's acting bullishly at the moment. Something we can keep an eye on. See it on the 10-minute here as well. It's a little too smooth. Right, we're finally on the 5-minute here. Interesting. I was liking this. We're gonna add this to our chart for the opening. Can label it 15-minute plus OB mean threshold. Have a potential bullish order block here, and we can see price working a bit higher. All right, so before the 8:30 news, let's go around the horn. Have this volume imbalance that's been outlined. That's why it says daily volume imbalance. Shocking, I know. We wicked up already. We've taken out this buy side. And look at that reaction. Right back down. Sake of time, we'll just jump to the 4-hour here. So there is this. Looks like a new day opening gap. Right? Looks like price might actually want to revisit this. So if the dollar wants to come down here, it could give some lift to the indices. Guess that's what we are seeing right now, right? Let's look at the pound. sell side here, not relative equal those, but we did take out this. Back down to the 4 hour. Let's come back up here for a sec. Okay, so we're working below cost encroachment of this wick. We did take out this sell side though. This is balanced right here. This isn't equal. We touch this busy again. Drop down at 4 hour. 1 hour. This looks pretty smooth here, so and a little too obvious. I could see price gravitating towards this today. Let's look at the euro. Oops. That's fine. We don't need to grade this. Wow, look at that. Right off cost encroachment. Right off this cost encroachment. So literally banging in between these two PD arrays right here. This should be inversion as well. So, no comment really on where Euro's gonna go. I mean, this is what it is right there. Yesterday I was anticipating a run to take out all this trend line. I didn't anticipate though this run up. So we had this. We took out buy side here, and then we had the drop off. Now you can see we're having a bullish reaction off that daily fair value gap, inversion fair value gap. Still have this untapped sell side here. I don't really have any clear indication where, I mean, just kind of in between these zones right here. So, not super helpful today as far as picking a direction. But we can see at the moment, euro is coming up. Pound is looking maybe like it wants to follow, and dollar's coming down, so it's not the cleanest reads, but we can take it candle by candle. We're having that reaction, but price hasn't really taken off yet. Still some time for the news. Also have our 4-hour order block price there. Let's go ahead and take a look at ES. Maybe. This is from a different day, so we'll take this off. Just give me 1 sec here, guys. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off for the moment. Alrighty, and we can see that ES has already come down and touched its new week opening gap. Sorry about that. Alright, I mean, this is self-explanatory. Drop down to the 4 hour. Put this off. This is really ugly price action here. Yikes, this is ugly price action. So yesterday during the news, when the news dropped, just licked above all-time high, had this drop off, came back up, failed to even get to constant encroachment of this wick, sell off, reaction off our new week opening gap, constant encroachment. And that's where we are. Trying to get this to show up on my other screen, but it is not showing up for some reason. Don't know why that is. So I'm just gonna add it manually. Give me 1 sec, guys. Few more minutes to the news drop. Should we just take a quick peek at gold and silver? Silver really dropped off, huh? Institutional order flow entry drill. Jeez Louise, could you imagine? You see this, you wanted to buy and just ploop, ploop. So the reason I'm looking at gold and silver before we open or have this news drop, this is what I would expect, right? We because we saw the sell-off in the indices, I would have expected to see the same thing on gold and silver, and we are seeing that. So we have some market symmetry here today. And we'll take a quick peek at YM. YM took out its all-time high. Looks like it wants to drop. The is going here. That's an efficiency. So it's looking like that's where the draw is for YM. Right, looks bearish here, and an efficiency here. Great, let's put this back in the euro. Oh, you know what? We can also take a look at bonds. Looking a little bearish. It wants to come down, take this low out. Failure to even get back to this gap. Alright, so yeah. We'll keep an eye on everything. I am bearish, but it wouldn't surprise me if we see a bit of a run up first. See price already coming back down to this bullish, currently bullish order block. So about 9 minutes to this news drops. Just gonna gather myself, stand up for a moment, and we will get back to it in a couple minutes. Okay. So the news just dropped. We did see that 15-minute order block. Support price coming on up here. Dollar is dropping, euro coming up, pound coming up, YM going sideways. reaching higher here, obviously. Let's go ahead and do this. Barely didn't touch that buy side. Yeah, was it on the? I think it was on the 30-minute. We were saying. I was saying this looks a little too smooth, dude. I swear that this this royalty-free music I'm putting on. I think it's just like the same 2 songs it has looping for 12 hours. Let's try something else here. Alright. It's a little better. Not great, but... So I'd like to see this at least get swept. I just came right up to it. We finally got a sweep there, pushing up higher. I'm thinking we might want to come take at least this out. This looks a little too obvious for me. pushing past that order block now, right? On the 4 hour. It's cool to see this support price. So this was our 8:30 news driver, right? Right, so now on the 1 hour though, we are working inside. We have this SIBI. I'll take this off. Yeah, dollar really fell off here once the news dropped. Euro pressing higher. Pound struggling. So is that constant encroachment of that daily wick? Stalling out a little bit right at the constant encroachment of the 1 hour SIBI. And before we forget, let's go pop over to regular trading hours. So this was our close. So I'm thinking it's possible we don't go above this until opening. If we go above it at all, I could be wrong, but we'll see. Watching this busy. Right, this is our 1 hour constant encroachment. Notice price not wanting to pop up, take out regular trading hours close before the opening yet. I don't know if I've seen that where we the regular trading hours close before the opening. I don't know. We'll something to study today. This is our sell side liquidity from the 8:30 news. A nice propulsion block here. Things still look bullish. I'm not trying to short yet. Yeah, this is not surprising to see considering what the dollar just did, right? Euro popping up, so remaining bullish now. Okay, pressing higher. Maybe we will take out the yesterday's close before the opening. Immediate rebalance, so this candle or the next one, we'd want to see it rip higher. If not, that's a warning sign of consolidation or potential reversal. But seeing this low, touch this high, good sign for pressing higher. Great, and as you would expect, ES is also coming up. imbalance here. That's okay. Bumping up against the top of the 1 hour SIBI. Good, interesting, yeah. About to touch yesterday's regular trading hours close. I can't say I've seen this too often, so kind of cool to see something new. The 850 macro is about to start. Alright, so this was a nice, easy scalp right here. How much was that? So now, barring any more major movement, I mean, we're gonna open with a small opening range gap, which is not great for price action right at the opening. Notice the reaction we're having right around the regular trading hours close. so not much to say about this right here. Probably just gonna chill until the opening. We'll take a look at the 1 hour candle in a moment, since it's about to be 9 o'clock. Have come up and taken out this area that I thought looked a little too smooth. Feels like we're trying to draw traders into longing, right? Alright, so we took our time doing a higher time frame to lower time frame analysis. We waited for the news to drop. We saw the dollar then drop and the pound and euro come up. We saw an immediate rebalance entry for a nice little scalp. Now we are just chilling until the opening. Nothing says to go short yet, so there you have it. And we'll watch price. I mean, obviously, opening, and we'll see what price looks like after. So we did take out this pool of liquidity I was eyeing. See price kind of stalling. It's gonna be an interesting opening because we're gonna have a really tiny opening range gap unless price does something crazy in the next 25 minutes. Yeah, so not surprised that we're not pressing higher right here before the opening, considering where we are. Opening right at the regular trading hours close. Looked up. is going on with this? There we go. Couldn't get the right times on that. Jeez. So there's a little bit of news at 10. Why? So this could be a really weird morning actually, with a small opening range gap and medium impact news with these dudes speaking, and we'll see. So again, just chilling till the opening. We gotta get something a little bit more up tempo. I'm starting to lose it a little bit. Oh wow, Inner Circle Trader is live. Alrighty, well, why can't I get him to pull up? Good grief, man. Alright, give me 1 second here. Okay, he was live and now he's not live. Okay, here's his extensive commentary. I will watch that later. Alrighty. least I won't have to grade the opening trading range. Okay, about 2 minutes to opening finally. We're here, putting in the work, getting better. People will say it happened overnight, but good Lord, this has been a long process. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, we just opened finally. Okay, we just took out anybody that went short prematurely. We're getting some divergence with ES. ES is going lower. So that right there is a potential bearish signal. Okay, might push a button. Dollar coming back up. This coming back up. Sell side or buy side there. Yeah. Okay. Watching this. Let's just go for a 1-to-1. Boom. There you have it. Alright, we're hitting constant encroachment that 1 hour, but I feel like we might want to drop more. But notice the open and close right at constant encroachment. Pretty interesting. For a value gap here that we're hitting. Right, we have all this trend line liquidity that built up right before 8:30 news and right at 8:30. And I shorted because there was SMT divergence with ES, and then I was looking at this 15-minute. Now it's an inversion fair value gap, but it was a busy. We started working the lower half of it. I shorted, anticipating price not wanting to go back up to the upper half, and just went for a quick 1-to-1. We're banging around a little bit. As you can see, ES just, whoops. ES at 9:30 just fell out of bed. So, spending all that time in the pre-market, watching price, getting on board with it, seeing, anticipating moves, really helped me see what, and anticipate the short at the opening. Probably could have held it for longer, but it's fine. This looks like it wants to potentially go even lower. One other reason I took this short is I was looking over at my other screen and I was seeing the dollar on the 1 hour coming back up a little bit and the euro and pound going lower. Notice these wicks up into constant encroachment of the 1 hour CIBI. So body's failing to get here. That's pretty bearish. Alright, and then looking back through all this price action, where does it look like price wants to go? Down here. Not to disrespect this bullish order block. So now price is it's in an interesting spot where I think it's pretty clear that we want to go lower, but it's not going to be surprising to see it retrace a little bit because it's a little too obvious right now for like retail is seeing this and wanting to short now, right? Now they're getting their confirmations on whatever indicator they're using, and it's now we're trying to scare them out of this short. You can see price came back up, filled this fair value CIBI, this bearish fair value gap, dropped. Very nice price action. Okay, I was watching this 1 minute order block, wanting to see if the opening price stacked as resistance. Again, I'm just thinking about, retail maybe was a little too afraid to get short up here where we went short. They're seeing this now. They're finally trying to get on board with the short, and we're trying to scare them out and stop them out, but all at the same time working towards our sell side target. If this does get down here, I think I'll call it, and that would be a good day of taper reading and a nice little paper scalp win. Let's make sure we're looking at all our time frames as this is doing stuff. Notice we're touching this, what we saw as a bullish order block. It's now in the crosshairs of becoming a breaker. Yep, so we came out, we took out these smooth highs I was looking at, left this intact. Wasn't surprised about this because this is an institutional order flow entry drill. When we looked at the 1 hour, this was all, we noticed that the higher time frame that was looking pretty balanced, so we weren't anticipating price coming up and making all-time highs this morning. I was a little worried because the opening range gap was so small that it was going to bang around a little bit. But when I saw the SMT and then I saw price working the lower half of the 15-second inversion for value gap, decided to pick that short, and it did pan out. Okay, and we did take out, I should have that marked, but we took out anybody that longed the 8:30 news and had their sell stop right below it. So that has been erased from the board. About to enter the 950 macro, so maybe we want to see price finally finish this run. Or vice versa, maybe we want to take out people who have their, or trailing their short. Stop loss right here. Before going lower, I really do think the draw's down here, but yes, just made a higher high actually on the 1 minute. I would not go long here, but I'm just noticing what's happening. This is not a model I would use to go long right here. Even if price did rip off here, I wouldn't feel any way about it. I guess it's just simply not my model. And that's okay. Don't need to be part of every price run. We're banging this 1 minute order block again. Alright, we just took out anybody who was trailing their short and had their stop loss right here. I saw that move up, and given the 950 macro, kind of felt like that was in the crosshair. Again, notice when it became kind of really obvious that price was dropping, we started really whipsawing, and then the closer we got to our sell side, the more obvious the short was becoming, then we started to have a little bit of a retracement. And if you can picture the range being this high to this low, shorting anywhere below equilibrium of the range is going to be lower probability, and that is what we're seeing. And so still bearish, but then we're just noticing that we took out this buy side. Perhaps we're now tripping traders into impulsively going long, and now we are pulling back and potentially attacking anybody who has impulse long lists. Dollar looks like it's making a little bit of a recovery on the 1 hour, and vice versa for pound and fiber. So if you can imagine, you saw this move up, maybe you got in here, stop loss is here, you're praying to the market god now, and there is no market god, there is only a god, and he surely doesn't care about what we do in the market here. Like, could you imagine being long here, over leveraged, and your stop loss is right here, and your entries here because this was a bit fast, right? So you market, bought, and now you're sitting in here. Like, if price was really bullish, we really would have wanted to see it rip higher already. These are not relative equal highs, so this is lower probability. And it could go higher. I'm just stating what I'm seeing. I've taken my paper trade win for the session, so just relaxed and watching price action. But yeah, I really would have liked to have just seen price rip and take this out already, and we're just fucking around here. So language. Already on the 5 minute, you can see we've come back up. We're working this SIBI right here. So potential institutional order flow entry drills, all right? We're just wicked up. I'd like to see this go lower. 4 minute. Notice this is balanced on the 4 minute. It's interesting, right? A gap here on the 5 minute that hit. Balanced on the 4 minute. 3 minute it looks balanced. Same thing with the 2 minute and 1 minute. So potentially gonna just see some more consolidation. We're building up some trendline liquidity. We haven't really taken out a bigger pool of sell side, so that's why I wouldn't want to go long here. If price had taken this out, then we saw break a structure and a fair value gap, I would maybe entertain a long, but and we're ripping back higher, so whoever over leveraged on this and had a stop loss here, good for you. But That's fine. This is not, again, this is not my model. This is knife catching, and if you long this stuff, you get used to longing this stuff like that, it's going to burn you pretty bad. This price still not really having the desire to really break out yet. We do have this trendline liquidity having a bit of a reaction off of the 1 hour CIBI, overshot it a little bit. Take a look at our 1 hour candle. You can see this on the 1 hour, this is pretty balanced. So it's going to take an energetic move for price to push through this. I still am favoring shorts. I'm seeing the dollar working higher. Right. I'd like to just see this drop and take out this trendline liquidity. Notice price failing to get back above the low of the CIBI right now. ES is dropping. So not surprising, we're seeing some consolidation within the 10 o'clock hour. Tend to see this a lot, where we have a move down at the opening, and a move up. We get traders excited about going both ways, and then we're just kind of go sideways for a moment. Ay, ay, ay. So, I love what price action's doing here, just banging back and forth. Doesn't do something in the next couple minutes, gonna end this tape reading. Prices is being held up right now. In my personal opinion, for whatever it's worth, I think if you're going long or short right in this, it's a gamble. Right, and I'm noticing, right, the dollar's coming up, the euro's coming down, pound coming down, so this is a suspect rally. I'm noticing that on the 1 hour, this is balanced price range, so you can see prices having a hard time pushing through it. Have this SIBI here as well. This is your first presented fair value gap. Seeing a little bit of a reaction off of it. I'm going to take off this 1 hour SIBI, highlight the first presented fair value gap. I haven't used the first presented fair value gap in a little while. I'm trying to pare down what I use. Let's go ahead and take this off. I think there's a little bit of a volume imbalance here, so yeah. Wow, look at that. Right at constant encroachment. she's a beaut. Again, I was weary of this move up due to what the currencies are doing. Get some other time frames as well. Always want to be looking at all the time frames. You know, we can look at the 4 hour. Let's take this off for a sec. No real comment about the 4 hour. First thing on the 3 hour came up. This is the breaker I was looking at pre-market. Oh wow, I should have kept that on the chart. Right off constant encroachment of the breaker. That's nuts. Interesting, that's why we were stalling out. Okay. I don't know what to say. Wow. Alright. Alright, guys. Is there something going on? Oh, that's right. These. Maybe that's why price is doing weird things. This dude is about to speak. We're seeing some manipulation. Heavy manipulation. Shit. Maybe they just want to pump prices right back up to all-time highs. I mean, this really came out of nowhere, right? Oh man, that's great, dude. Price was looking very bearish. We had this obvious pull of sell side. We stopped right here after taking out 8:30 news. I said this isn't my model. It could rip higher. I wouldn't care. We banged around. Had this beautiful reaction right off constant encroachment of the first presented fair value gap. This FOMC speaker is about to start, and they just ripped it higher. Kind of out of nowhere, in my personal opinion. Notice I haven't pushed the button since the win right at the opening. I just haven't seen anything else I've really liked. And this goes without saying, but ES really took off. Wow, look at that. Dollar was making a little bit of recovery, and they just shroop, licked up. This is the daily volume imbalance I was looking at. Licked touch it. Kapow. Boom. Shabuzi. Some shenanigans going on. Musalem, what are you doing to everybody, bro? what are you saying, man? Interesting. Notice where price came right back down to and wicked back off of. Constant encroachment of the breaker, or former breaker. Now it is a potential reclaimed bullish order block. Yeah, I can't really say that this is a long I would have taken, so I don't feel bad at all about not foreseeing that. Well, so, I mean, this goes without saying, we got some manipulation happening, and so I don't really have a comment right now about where we're heading. If you were to long here, it'd be pretty aggressive, because you could easily just drop this right back down. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to short it. So that is what it is. I think this has been pretty good tape reading. And you got a nice little paper trade win. And we're seeing the market do what it do. Alrighty, that's gonna be it for this one.